guys, welcome back to another video. So today's video is going to be a little bit different than it normally is. I'm going to show you guys a few of our favorite recipes, mostly my favorite recipes, but whatever I eat, normally the kids will eat. The first one that I'm going to show you today is just a copy of Olive Garden's chicken gnocchi soup, and it is one of my favorites. It's actually my favorite one that they make. And so I order every time I go, and I really love to make it at home because then I can just stuff my face in peace and nobody's watching me, and it's just a great time. So first you're going to just chop up some celery, onions, and garlic, and then you're going to saute them in a pan with a generous amount of butter because honestly, butter makes everything better. Next, you're going to just saute it again just for a few minutes, just mostly until it's translucent. And then you're gonna add a little bit of flour, the same amount of flour that you did butter. And then you're just gonna cook it out for maybe like 1 to 2 minutes, and you're gonna kind of make a roux so that your soup will thicken. And then after you get that all cooked out for a few minutes, you're gonna add chicken stock instead of water. When I first started making this, I would use water, which I don't know why, and I couldn't figure out why my soup didn't taste the same. It was literally awful, and it was just user error, and I just assumed it said water instead of actual chicken stock. So right now it's pretty good. Next comes heavy cream. So you just add in the heavy cream and you let it simmer for about 15 minutes or so until it starts getting thick. And then this is the part where you add in the little potato gnocchis, and they really don't take long to cook, maybe 2-3 minutes. You'll know that they're done cooking once they rise up to the top of the pot. Now you add the cooked chicken in. And then we get to my personal favorite part is the veggies. I love to add more veggies in than normal. I really like a lot of carrots, and it's just a good way to get the veggies in, and then the kids don't really notice that much. I mean, they like carrots, but you can't go wrong with a little bit of extra. At this point, you can add salt and pepper to taste. I only needed a little bit of salt. It kind of looks like a lot of salt, but it's a lot of soup. And then at the very end, you add spinach, and I like a lot of spinach in my soup. That's why I like to make it at home, because you can add as much vegetables as you want, and I like a lot of carrots in mine, and I like a lot of spinach. And here is the beautiful final product. It is such a delicious soup. Next up, we are going to do one of the little kids' favorites, garlic bread pizza. And this is their favorite because I let them build their own pizza. It's messy, but really I can just clean everything up. And they really like making their own food. They mostly eat the toppings and the sauce, and a little bit gets on their bread, but all in all, it's something that they love to make, and most importantly, they love to eat it. last one is actually one of my personal favorites. It just brings me back to my childhood and I love it. So it's really simple. It's really just mashed potatoes and meat and gravy. This is something that me and my siblings grew up on. When we eat it, it just feels like we're home, and it doesn't look like much, but it is so yummy.
Started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky. Oh, there's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good.
And you absolutely cannot have this dish with instant potatoes. You have to go the extra mile and make homemade mashed potatoes, or I think it's probably illegal, honestly.
I've been waiting for the one forever. Finally I got you, baby, here in my heart. When I'm with you I feel so much better, oh yeah. Before you I was just a shell, so stuck in the dark. You came into my life and started a fire. You made me feel like I could touch the sky, oh. There's nothing missing now that you're my desire. Now all I have to do is to make you mine. 'Cause I know, and you know.
The gravy part is really easy. It's just ground beef. You just fry up the ground beef. You add a little bit of water, however much gravy you want, and then you add a little bit of kitchen bouquet, just mostly for coloring. To thicken it, you make a little cornstarch slurry and you just pour it on in there, and you cook it for a little bit, just to however thick or thin you want it. Sometimes you want to go in with a little bit more if you want it thicker, or you want to go a little bit less if you want a little thinner. And now it is time to go to the mashed potatoes. And yes, I used a whole stick of butter because, again, butter makes everything better. These are not watch your calorie kind of mashed potatoes at all. There's a lot of butter, there's a lot of cream, there's a lot of salt, there's a lot of pepper. I feel like if you're gonna do it, you better do it right.
'Cause I know, and you know what we could be. Like a song, like a perfect melody. Baby, don't say you don't believe in me. 'Cause you know, and I know, we're onto something good. You know, and I know, we got something good. Something good.
Here is the final product. I know it doesn't look like much, but it is so delicious. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please consider subscribing, and we'll see you in the next one.